What's going on, everybody? It's Cody. Welcome back to the channel. Here for the two-game Wnba main slate on Saturday. $10,000 to first. Pretty fun little two-game slate here. We'll talk about spreads here in just a second. Let's look back at some of my lineups from tonight. Obviously not going to show them all. There's 10 of them. I don't want to take up too much time. I am going to lose money on the slate, which is a bit unfortunate. Once the late games really got going, I was really excited. And then the second half hit, and Satu kind of hit a wall. I didn't really do a lot in the second half, which was super unfortunate since I was double the field on her. I mentioned how high I was on Seattle. NECA was underpriced. Diggins was underpriced. NECA had a really good game, but Diggins absolutely nuked for almost 60. Asia was 85% owned, went for pretty much had her floor game and still went for 48. Mentioned how much I liked Lady and Janelle Salon, and both of them come in a little bit under-owned than I imagined because Melbourne, the news come in for Melbourne starting with Brittany Sykes out, and I think it did pull some ownership from these two. People still played Burton. She was 60-something% owned. I played quite a bit of her, but lost a little bit of money. Just had a lot of bad variance this week. Just unfortunate, but it's just part of it. Like the way you play DFS every day, stuff just isn't going to go your way. But this right here is why I do what I do. This is my favorite thing. It is screenshot season after the games are over. Underdog, we absolutely crushed it. One Discord member won $1,250, third place podium finish. We had a $500 winner in 8th place. We had a $400 winner in 11th place. We had a $300 winner in 17th place. Just massive wins. I couldn't even fit all the screenshots in here. We had another couple $100 winner in the top 20. Just a huge night on Underdog. And if you guys don't already know, I offer daily Underdog rankings. Drop them in my premium content. We all sit around and talk. Most of us end up in drafts together. It's just a lot of fun. It's like my favorite thing to do on a day in, day out basis. It's just a blast. It's probably the single best thing I offer for premium content. I know a couple people have joined just for it and have really been enjoying it. So if you guys want any of that content, link is in the description below. Let's get to these games. So New York at Indy. New York, 3.5-point favorites on the road, over under 172. Dallas at Atlanta. Atlanta, 5.5-point favorites, over under 169. There's going to be some points scored tomorrow, so I hope people are ready. We'll start here on the New York side. A lot to like here. Obviously, the two games that we've got, they kind of pulled away from the Aces towards the end, and then they absolutely torched Chicago. So all the starters really haven't been extended very much. Stewie looked pretty solid in 25 minutes, over a fantasy point per minute. We know she's going to stuff the stat sheet. Shot 3 of 8. This is the game where she should really take off. Super fast-paced game. Fits her play style extremely well. Sabrina Ionescu, 9,600. Love the price tag on her. Perfect spot for her. Pace-up spot. Jonquel Jones, 8,400. Might just be the most mispriced player on the slate. 30 minutes, 41 fantasy points. 22 minutes, pretty much 30 fantasy points. I mean, she's on another level this season so far. She looks great, and that price tag is just ridiculous. Natasha Cloud down to 8K. She kind of nuked off like to start the fourth quarter when the game was already over. It was kind of tilting. Seeing her out there in garbage time, just piss stomping Chicago. Shot 6 of 10. I'm not expecting her to continue to shoot that well, but 12 peripheral stats. Her peripheral floor is just super consistent. And if she's going to score in double figures, she's going to post a decent game. And at 8K, I think this is the price point where you still have to consider her now that her price is starting to tick down some. I mean, 83, then up to 86, and back down to 8. On a two-game slate, I'll definitely have a little bit of interest there. Fibich at 7,200, just not asked to do a lot on this team, so really hard to prioritize her. Then off the bench, Marie Johannes not really getting enough minutes at that price point. Izzy Harrison just not even playing unless it's garbage time. Baby Sabali picked up 2 fouls immediately last game. Great fantasy point per minute player when she's out there, but with John Quill playing so well, the only path that Sabali has to extra minutes is JJ foul trouble. Kennedy Burke absolutely nuked off this last game. Those that faded Uber chalk Sabali and paid up a little bit for Kennedy Burke were very rewarded. She's playing decent minutes. Like she is, Coach Brondello has mentioned how much or how impressed she's been with Kennedy Burke and how much she wants to keep her in the rotation. So she's going to be pretty much their sixth woman this year with Benajelani hurt and them being really deep. That's a big, bold statement that she said there. Everyone else really no interest in. On the Indiana side, I don't know. Like Caitlin Clark, fresh off a down game, good luck. She's going to come out for blood. It's a home game. I mean, the peripheral floor is still there with her. She's going to stuff the stat sheet. Shot 4 of 11, did not make a 3-pointer. Really expecting a big game out of her here. Aaliyah Boston, 9,800, also a down game, but was in massive foul trouble from the jump. So expect her to bounce back. Nat Howard, this is the type of game she thrives in. New York wants to play super fast. That's where she thrives. She likes to get out in space, runs the floor extremely well. She's had a good game, a bad game, and a good game. Hopefully that trend does not continue because at 9K, I think she's a great tournament play. Kelsey Mitchell, I did mention this the other day. I thought that since Sophie Cunningham was back, that it could affect her minutes, and it definitely did in a super competitive game. She was not out there for a large majority of the end of the third quarter and the start of the fourth quarter. Still shot 19 shot attempts, which, I mean, good for her. But there's just no ceiling here for Kelsey Mitchell, especially with Sophie Cunningham back eating into her minutes a little bit. She has no peripheral upside. She is strictly a scoring dependent player. And that's just not someone that I really look to play, especially one that's surrounded by all this talent on this team. Sophie Cunningham, 7K. If she's going to play 20 minutes, like I think she's a fine play, especially on a 2-game slate. I think you can go there. I would rather play her over Kelsey Mitchell because she's going to get you some stocks. She's going to actually try to get you some peripheral stats. DeWanna Bonner, just completely unplayable right now. 19 minutes. She did get 8 rebounds, but scored 1 point. She's got a whopping 8 real life points on the season. Lexi Hull, 4,500. I think she's fine. Minutes have been really solid. 23, 29, 26. 26 minutes with Sophie Cunningham back is really telling. Obviously, like no rebounds here, which is kind of an outlier, but 4 assists. 10 points. She can get there at 4,500. I don't mind her. And then Dantas really showed in the time that Aaliyah Boston was on the bench with foul trouble. She played really well. So if you think Boston may get in foul trouble guarding JJ here, Dantas is a fine punt play. Then the late game, Dallas at Atlanta on the Dallas side. Arike finally showed a little bit of life here in this last game. Played 35 minutes, shot 8 of 20, which is a big increase from the first two games. The peripheral stats are never going to be that great with Arike. It's just not what she does. She's a scorer. Shot 5 of 13 from 3. That's what she's going to need to do going forward. The way this new coach is, if you're playing well, you're probably going to get extended. Paige Becker's 9,900. Her minutes are by far the safest on the team. 30, 37, 37. Shot real poorly this last time out against Minnesota, but had 10 assists. I mean, she's just stuffing the stat sheet. She can get you there in a multitude of ways and score. So definitely don't mind her at sub 10K. Actually would prefer her to Arike if choosing between the two. Dejanay 8K. Price has started to come down a little bit. I just don't really see a ceiling with Dejanay this year like she had last year with Connecticut. She's like the fourth or fifth option on this offense. Melissa Smith, 7,800. If she's going to play 25 minutes, I do have a little bit of interest because she can play close to a fantasy point per minute, but it's really tough. Like, at any moment she could play 15 minutes because her effort isn't there or she struggles. That's the issue with playing really any of these Dallas players not named like Paige or Misha Hines-Allen. And then like we can talk about Misha Hines-Allen because while she played 26 minutes, like there was a lull where she was on the bench for a decent time frame. But she's going to stuff the stat sheet, and anytime she scores in double figures, she can get you a decent stat line, and her price did decrease a little bit, which helps. Big T, 7,600 is still out of price for me. Only 10 minutes off the bench. Obviously, like this game against Seattle is just a complete outlier. Just every now and then she's going to nuke off. You just got to deal with it. Maddie Segrist, 6K, playing decent minutes, but minutes did tick down this last game as they went back up on Melissa Smith. She is pretty score independent. She's not going to get you very many peripheral stats, maybe a couple boards. She's not going to get any blocks. That's not a part of her game. She's a scorer. And then Ty Harris is the other one coming off the bench, playing decent minutes. Needs to hit her threes to really hit any kind of value. Then on the Atlanta side, a lot to like over here. Prices are just not moving on this team, and they're just playing huge minutes. Alicia Gray, 9,600. Minutes were down for her, played 31, but she typically will stuff the stat sheet. Shot 4-13. BG minutes were really down, but she was in just massive foul trouble. That's back-to-back games where she has fouled out. Love the bounce back spot here for her just because they have nobody that can guard her. They may have to play Big T a little bit more because that's the only person that could even come close to defending her. Then Bree Jones, 9,200. Really, really good price. I mean, she's been super consistent. She looks really good on the floor this year, fully healthy. She's moving really well. 34, 33, 33 minutes. Double-double in every game, getting some assists. Love what I've seen from Bree Jones so far. And then Ryan Howard at 9K. She's played 37, 36, and 37 minutes, taking a ton of shots every game, getting the peripheral stats, which is something that she wasn't doing before. I mean, she's averaging over 6 peripheral stats a game and then averaging a couple stocks a game, which is huge because we know the ceiling that she has scoring the ball. So love her for tournaments. And then Pow Pow, I think she makes for a solid play at 4,800. Minutes tick back up because she played better. I think the way Smesko is going to treat her is if she's playing well, he's going to ride the hot hand and keep her out there. If she's not, he's probably going to go to SWK or Maya Caldwell. Nia Coffey did get extended with BG getting in foul trouble. She's going to play close to a fantasy point per minute when she's out there. So if you think BG gets in foul trouble again, or maybe Bree Jones gets in foul trouble, Nia Coffey is a perfectly fine play at 4,000. But that's going to do it for me, guys. A big 4-game slate on Sunday. Hope you guys are excited for it. If you enjoy the content, leave a like on the channel. Really helps out the channel grow. Really appreciate you guys. Just been an awesome, awesome start to the year. And we'll see you for the next one.